say something, sir?
You had your opportunity to say something before. You can say something now if you'd like.
These people, I mean, I want to leave my house, sir. And, they tried to jump me, sir. All right. I got punched in my face, so they broke my body.
You have these, do you have these same issues in 55th?
Your Honor, I do not.
Well, welcome to 54A.
Welcome back. I was with Judge Buchanan last fall.
Yeah. Oh, were you?
I was.
Well, as you see, some things never change. We're on the record in docket 2402523. That is People of the State of Michigan versus David Wilson. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Ms. Tepper.
Assistant Prosecutor Abigail Tepper, appearing on behalf of the people.
All right, and Mr. Palmer.
Thank you, Your Honor. Robert Palmer of the Public Defender's Office on behalf of David Wilson, who stands to my right.
And sir, you are David Wayne Wilson, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. This is the time is set for a sentencing in the matter. And Mr. Palmer, did you have the opportunity to go through the pre-sentence report with your client?
I did, Your Honor. I just have a couple of very minor changes.
Okay.
On the very front, it says detainers or pending charges, and then it lists a contempt hearing that was conducted, but that was back on October 24th at 8:30. So I don't know that it's still pending.
Okay.
So I just bring that. I guess maybe it qualifies under a detainer, although the court sort of gave him a warning, I think is the way I
All right,
categorize
so
that.
I can place pending, or that was a warning. I remember that.
The other, I guess, concern I have, I just want to raise it to the court's attention. There is the last page is a probation recommendation sheet. Under conditions, it recommends that Mr. Wilson obtain or maintain employment. My concern there is that Mr. Wilson has been on Social Security disability since the age of 14. So that's what he's dealing with. So I would just ask that the court consider striking the obtain, maintain condition for probation.
All right, thank you. So I'll note it's in the, I'll note that that's been in dispute on the, and for the reason that he's on Social Security disability. Anything else concerning the pre-sentence report, Mr. Palmer?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Allocution, Mr. Palmer.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm going to ask that the court follow the recommendation and sentence Mr. Wilson to a term of probation. I understand that there is some concern in the PSI, I guess, about his disconnect regarding what's going on here. But I certainly think in speaking with Mr. Wilson, he's accepted responsibility. He did enter a plea. He did not want to contest these charges. He admitted to his wrongdoing. And he is, I know, very remorseful. This was I think one of the issues that was at play here was that this is the victims were the adult daughter and her husband of my client's longtime girlfriend. So there was a sort of heated element certainly here in terms of a family dynamic and some wrongdoing by Mr. Wilson. It stemmed from an incident that had occurred the night before. Mr. Wilson admits that he did not handle that well, and he is certainly remorseful. I do think Mr. Wilson would be a good candidate for probation. I'd ask that the court follow that recommendation.
All right, Mr. Palmer, you understand the recommendation is probation for 12 months, but they're ordering 7 days up front.
I do see that, Judge. I guess there's a little bit confusing because
they've given 3 days credit, but then that leaves 7 days up front for jail.
I understand that. I would ask that the court forego the jail sentence and just place him on a straight term of probation.
All right.
What I would point out, and I didn't bring this up in terms of the correction to the PSI. At the time of the plea taking, there was a killabrew for no upfront jail. I guess technically that's gone because he entered a bond violation.
Right.
So, which is why I didn't bring that up, but I would point out that there is that issue. That is, the court may recall the tether violations in this case were not actually contact with the victim. They were drive-throughs. So they were all instances where Mr. Wilson was in a car, he entered a restricted zone, and within, I think, a minute or two was back out of the restricted zone, which is why the court gave him the warning as opposed to, I think, I don't mean to imply what the
No.
court did, but that's why I think that the court gave him a warning as opposed to giving further sanctions. And so while I understand that the nature of that technically the Killebrew has been violated and is no longer in place, what I would point out is that he's not had contact with this individual or individuals, the protected people. He's not had wrongdoing other than these, as I say, these sort of coincidental drive-throughs, the restricted zone. And I think, and to be clear, it wasn't even as if he drove past that individual's house. What happened is he was going down, for example, at least one of them, I don't have them in front of me, at least one of them, he was going down a major artery. He was going down Saginaw. The restriction zone in this particular case is so large that it happened to catch him as he drove through Saginaw. I don't bring that as an excuse, but I'm just pointing that out.
Right. My concern is that he was given the warning for the September 1st, 15th, and 3rd violations, which he pled to on October 23rd. And then there was another violation on November 3rd, which was near the victim's work. That's my concern.
I understand that, Judge, and I saw that in there, but that was never, I don't have any information regarding that one. And it was not brought forward, I guess, as a bond violation. So I don't know how to address that,
Right.
just because I don't know anything about it. It appears to me that it says zone near victim's work. It appears to me that it's another drive-through. And I did question my client about that. And I think the 3rd was this past Sunday. I did question my client about that. I do think there's at least an explanation there. I didn't offer that because there's not technically a bond violation for it before the court today.
All right. All right. Ms. Tepper, any position by the prosecutor's office on the judgment, on the sentencing?
Your Honor, I'd ask that you follow the recommendation by probation officer Baylor.
All right. Mr. Wilson, is there anything you'd like to say before the court passes sentence?
No, sir.
All right. This is for the guilty plea for September 13, 2024 to stalking. There was at the time a Killebrew agreement about no upfront jail, but that there's been a violation concerning some of the no contact or the GPS provisions concerning that, and that would withdraw the Killebrew agreement. I'm indicating today that I'm going to follow the judgment of sentence at this time, and I'll explain to you why, Mr. Wilson. So this is for, it is ordered that you are to spend 10 days in jail beginning November 7th, that's today's date. Credits given for 3 days, so you'll serve 1 week in jail. I'm going to place you on probation for 12 months. We're going to do the fines and costs associated with this case. Fines would be $250. Costs would be $250. Crime victims' rights fee of $75. State minimum court cost fee of $50. Probation at $360. I'll give you a full term of that. So that's 500 plus 125 plus 360 is 985 total. You're placed on probation for 12 months. So the probation department may become, you should contact your probation agent to see who's available and who's going to be your probation agent. Fees are paid at $30 per month per probation for 12 months. There's no contact with the victims Eduardo Cerna Jr. and Chelsea Cerna, or be within 2,000 feet of wherever the victim lives, works, goes to school without consent of this court. No assaultive or threatening behavior, no use of possession of alcohol, marijuana, or controlled substance without a prescription. Submit to random PBTs and urinalysis as directed. No bars or nightclubs. Complete the following rehabilitative services, which would be moral recognition therapy and any substance abuse education, and pay fees submitted by your probation officer. I will strike the obtain and maintain employment since you're on disability. So I'm going to strike that from the sentence. And I'm going to indicate that defendant is on disability at this time. Not purchase or possess firearms, ammunition, or weapons of any kind. And they're requesting a scram tether, and I'm going to place you on scram tether. All right.
What's that?
That is so that you're placed on GPS. So once you're released, they'll know where you are. All right. Is that a fair statement, Ms. Tepper?
No, Your Honor.
Is that Mr. Palmer? Is that a fair statement?
Yes, sir.
Okay. A scram tether is the tether place so that he will be always on monitor.
Your Honor, I was under the impression that the scram tether is for alcohol.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I think she's
Yeah, I
right.
think
Actually,
she's
I think it's a GPS tether, not a screw.
Yeah, I think you're right.
She's right.
Probation ordered the scram, and I don't know why. I just followed their recommendation. There may be something in the PSI.
I think we're going to order a GPS tether.
Can I say something, sir?
You had your opportunity to say something before. You can say something now if you'd like.
These people, I mean, I want to leave my house, sir. And, they tried to jump me, sir. All right. I got punched in my face and stuff. They broke my $500 glasses, sir. And I mean, I went to their house. All right, the next morning, sir. All right, it's my stepdaughter that I do a lot for. And right, and I did bang on their door. And they called the police on me. Right, I never called the police on them. I'm the one that got socked in the face. Or I'm the one, when I went to jail and stuff, there was pictures right of my face, right, messed up. Right, and I mean, I'm the one and stuff that got to be all on this and stuff because I banged on the door. Right, it's not right, sir. All right, that's all I have to say.
All right, thank you. You understand the no contact order with Eduardo Serna and Chelsea Serna?
Yep.
You understand that you are on GPS tether once you're released from jail and you're going to be monitored, all right, sir?
Yeah.
You understand that?
Yeah.
All right, I've looked at the criminal history in this matter, and your criminal history is,
That's 20-something years ago, sir.
yeah, that's
I'm 50 years old.
yeah, that's the,
Now, these people were 20 years old and so right at my house, they took a video of this for 20 minutes or so trying to jump on me.
Right.
But it's okay.
I understand. You have
I
two
mean, where's
domestic
mine?
violence on your record.
Well, I wonder why. All right,
Yeah,
I was at my own house and
yeah,
stuff. They
it's-
disrespect me right at my own house.
Right. Well, call
That's
the,
okay what they did.
I think you should call the
That's
police.
fine.
Okay,
Oh,
so,
I should have. Well, no, their own mom. Right, I've been with, I mean, her mom for 13 years.
right,
And the mom did, I mean, call the police.
right,
Right.
Right.
That's fine, sir. Yeah.
all right, thank you.
Yeah.
Anything
Thank
else
you.
towards the judgment of sentence of Ms. Tepper?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Palmer?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, I have moral recognition therapy. Oh, anger management's also been ordered by the probation department, and that'll be part of the sentence. So anger management, moral recognition therapy, and substance abuse education placed on GPS tether for monitoring purposes in regards to as a part of probation. We should make this look. Okay. So I will, do you have any questions concerning the judgment of sentence, Mr. Wilson?
No.
All right, thank you. That's all for case 24-02523. You can go with security. Thank you for your appearance today.
Yeah.
Mr. Palmer,
Yes, ma'am.
do you mind handing me
Okay.
that?
Your Honor, apparently waiver
Sorry?
is going to be a waiver.
Yeah. Underneath where it prints out.
Oh.
Thank you, Mr. Palmer.
Sure, no problem.
I think I.
Mr. Milks is more.
Yeah.
To
Better,
my,
that's tough.
Just trying
to my helper.
Get a left one on.
This is my first
Wait,
one,
one
yeah.
second, one second.
It's all good.